3 months after being suspended, the director of the Shaw University Band is speaking out for the first time exclusively to WRAL. The evidence, he says, proves he was targeted for trying to do the right thing. Thank you for joining us. I'm Deborah Morgan.
And I'm David Crabtree. The band director calls the suspension retaliation, punishment for standing up for his students. WRAL's Catherine Brown joins us now with his story and the evidence, he says, proves it. Catherine?
Well, David and Deborah, we've heard a lot from Shaw University over these last few months about scholarships and suspensions. Charles Brown now getting his say, and he told me the last few months have been a nightmare. He's been unable to clear his name, banned from telling his side of the story publicly, and he says he's talking now because he can. Charles Brown has stood at the helm of Shaw University's Platinum Sound for 3 decades, charged with leading the band and recruiting new members. Brown says he was as surprised as anyone to learn over the summer that band students would no longer be getting the $7,500 tuition discount they'd been getting for years. The change, effective immediately, would impact incoming students Brown had personally recruited and promised the discount.
I requested that I contact the student to inform them that their scholarships had been reduced. And she threatened that if I did call them to tell them that she would fire me.
She being Shaw's then president-elect, Dr. Tashni Dubroy. Brown says the two met July 13th in her office to discuss the financial crunch. He recorded that meeting.
I'm telling you verbally, do not communicate with any of these students.
But you can't tell me to do that.
All right.
You cannot order me to do that.
Try me.
Well, I'm telling you now.
All right.
That's my intention.
Because that will be the quickest exit strategy for you to get out of this university.
Brown says he didn't tell anyone.
In respect for her position, I didn't call a single student.
Many were stunned to learn just days before they were set to return to campus that the money had been yanked. They protested, a demonstration Dr. Dubroy attended. When questioned about the timing by one band member on her Facebook page, Dubroy writes, "I will ask Mr. Brown and get an answer for you. I conveyed this imminent occurrence a month ago." The students weren't told by the school about the scholarship reduction until 2 weeks after Dubroy told Brown he couldn't contact them.
How do I explain to those kids that the money that I promised them is not there?
I told you, you do not have to explain. It's not your job.
Just days after the band protest, Brown was suspended. According to the press release sent out by Shaw, it was for behavior alleged to be inconsistent with the university's policies and principles.
When people hear things like that, it's the worst case scenario that comes in their mind. They think Mr. Brown has violated or made innuendos towards some of these girls. That has never happened.
Brown says the investigation centered around a Title IX or gender equality violation. He was eventually cleared of wrongdoing and reinstated in October. But he says the damage to his family and his reputation can't be undone.
I would like for her to give me a public apology and clean up the mess that she has created for me.
And we've been in contact with a spokeswoman from Shaw University over the last 2 days. In a statement late today, the school blamed the delay on notifying some of the students on late or missing paperwork and reiterated that Brown's suspension was not related to band scholarship money. However, they would not address our questions about Brown's accusations that Dr. Dubroy threatened to fire him for reaching out to students. Our request for an interview was declined. David?
Catherine Brown, thank you.